Hey guys, so this video may be a little disheveled a bit because I don't have notes for this video. It's not really a vlog, it's more like a life story about me. I'm going to tell you the reason why I became depressed, how I became depressed, when it was diagnosed, and what has happened since the diagnosis has been set. So, the reason why I became depressed was because a couple of friends and they were like my best friends. They were my only best friends at the time. And we were crossing the street. We were like 2 blocks away from the hospital. So I was very happy that we weren't that far from the hospital. There was a drunk driver, not really paying attention, being drunk, being all intoxicated and stuff. And their sister hadn't crossed yet, and I saw the drunk driver. I ran across the street, and I told them that they had to get out of the road, either run to me or run to their sister, and they didn't notice the drunk driver until it was too late. They got hit, and they stopped moving instantly. So I screamed to their sister to call for the police. And as she was doing that, I ran to the hospital. And I said, there's literally just been an accident. There's people hurt. There's people laying on the ground in the middle of an intersection. You guys need to come right now. So they were running out with me, and they saw them. And they were 3 of my friends. And the police were there by the time everybody was out there. And there was people stopping, wondering what was going on. And then, so the police were keeping the car stopped until the paramedics and everybody got them out of the road. And they brought them to the hospital, and they told me and their sister that they died on the scene. And I was heartbroken. I cried for days and days and days and days and days. I didn't eat, I didn't sleep. The only thing I really ate was ice cream. I ate tons and tons and tons of ice cream. It was maybe about buckets that were like that big around. And that tall, it's like the buckets of ice cream. And I would eat, I ate like 4 or 5 of them in 2 days. So I was really, 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 really depressed and sad, and so I went to my doctor and I told him about it, and he sent me to a counselor, and that counselor diagnosed me with clinical depression, and he sent that diagnosis to my doctor, and I went back to my doctor for a follow-up appointment, and he did all these tests, and he confirmed that, yeah, I do have clinical depression. And I was 11 years old, so I didn't really know what clinical depression was, right? So I was all confused and didn't know what to think. But after my friends passed away, people just started dying all around me. And it just got progressively worse. Year after year after year. And it's almost been, I was 11. It's almost been 7 years since I was diagnosed with it. And so I was diagnosed in 2007 with clinical depression. So yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, as I said, after they passed away, some of the people I cared about, some of the people that were people my friends cared about, started dying and dying and dying. My depression got progressively worse. And then by the time I was 13, I started smoking cigarettes. It would be at the point where I was smoking 8 to 10 smokes a day, and then it would get worse to where I was smoking a pack or a pack and a half every single day. It was really bad. And then by the time I was 15, I started to basically cut myself, and it was so hard. Like, cutting made me happy, listening to depressing music made me happy. I fell in love with Marilyn Manson, listening to his music, and I still listen to his music to this day. I can't get enough of his music, and he is 45 years old today. So, happy birthday, Marilyn Manson. And like I said, I was cutting at 15 years old, and I was cutting for about 2 years, so until I turned 17 years old. I was like 17 years and 2 months when I started to, when I stopped cutting. So yeah, there's been some times where I wanted to ever since I stopped, and what I would do when I wanted to was I would draw a butterfly on wherever I wanted to do it. So I would draw a butterfly, and I would write the name of a person that I cared about beside it. And I would have, if I cut before that butterfly disappeared, the butterfly would die. And I would have to start all over again once that cut faded. I couldn't cut I couldn't cut while it was fading. I couldn't cut while it was there. And when the cut faded, I had to draw another butterfly and start all over again. It was very, 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 very hard. And I went through abusive relationships. I was abused verbally and physically, and it was really bad. And I have miscarried twice, and I had a stillbirth pregnancy. It was really hard when I miscarried, and I didn't know what to do. I got pushed down the stairs in my first pregnancy because my boyfriend at the time wasn't the father, because I got pregnant before I started dating him. And he pushed me down the stairs because they weren't his kids. My second pregnancy was a stillbirth. I didn't know what was happening. I was in false labor for 3 days before I delivered my son. And then I delivered him, and he passed away 30 minutes after birth. And that was in 2012, October 29th, 2012, that he passed away. So, yeah, pardon me. And then I had a third pregnancy, and I miscarried that one at 5 weeks due to major stress. And it was very, very, very hard when I miscarried. It's very hard whenever you lose a child in general, but it was especially hard when I lost my third pregnancy. The reason why I had a stillbirth in my second pregnancy was because 19 days before I delivered him, I got hit in the back with a crowbar. I did not know that it was going to happen. I did not know the person who made this person hit me in the back. But all I know is it was really bad. So, yeah, that's the reason why I was depressed, and why I still like wearing gothic clothing, and why I still like wearing scene clothing, and why I very rarely ever wear bright clothes. So, yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys for my next video. But until then, thumbs up this one if you liked it, If you have a story that's kind of similar, message me and I will acknowledge you in my next video. And please like this video, so thumbs up this video, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you for my next video. Bye!